I remember coming across a quote in my English lesson by a famous author, I can't remember the name, and it was along the lines of two things being certain in life: death and taxes. Now, for the majority of the population in like Western countries, unless your parents are really good and homeschooled you and kept you away from all the nasty media and stuff like that, then exams are highly likely to appear in your life. For most people, it's just kind of, yeah, everyone does exams. It's necessary. And contrary to the kind of things I say and what most people say, there is a way to get rich through get a job, go through school, get good grades, go to university, get a job. There is a way to get rich by going through that process, as long as you are in the top 0.1, 0.01% of the population that can do school or whatever, then there is a path to get rich. Because as long as you are the top 1% in anything, then you can make a lot of money off of it. An amateur footballer doesn't make very much money because he's not a very good footballer, but the best footballer makes a lot of money. Like, that's kind of common knowledge. If you're the best at school or university, then there's definitely an avenue for making money there. And the way to do well in any exam is very simple. Just keep up your good habits and don't burn yourself out. There are maybe like 4-5 essential good habits. And the first one is obviously meditation. This can also be used as like a good kind of study thing. Like, you can remember the stuff that you've learned in your head while you meditate. But being mindful, that is going to serve you so well in your exams. And exercise, aerobic exercise. Don't do it immediately before the exam because it's going to reduce your ability to do well, and I'll speak a bit about that later. But aerobic exercise is going to help you so much with your blood flow, your like general cognitive function in the long term. If you keep doing these good habits of aerobic exercise, don't do it immediately before exams. Don't go to the gym before you immediately do an exam, because that's just going to screw you up, because you're going to be so tired and you're not going to do well. Third one is journaling. Can also be used as a study resource, but yeah, journaling, you write your thoughts down. You can kind of write your thoughts about the subject, what you know, what you need to learn, and that's a good habit to get into to easily pass your exams. All these good habits are if you use these 5 good habits and dedicate 5 hours of your day to revision, you are going to easily surpass the person who does 8 hours of revision a day and burns themselves out. The fourth good habit is to have a good diet. Diet is the most interesting thing about the human body, I swear, because there's like optimal diets for the night before the exam, 2 days before the exam, stress busting diets. So interesting, man. And I can't go over all of it here, but do your own research and you will find so much interesting knowledge on a good diet to have the morning before an exam or the day before an exam. I just recommend the general kind of good diet. Don't eat so much sugar because it's just going to screw with your hormones and your dopamine, and obviously that's going to affect your ability to perform in a test. And say you had an exam in the morning, about 10 o'clock in the morning, you won't use your phone for that morning before, like from when you wake up to the start of that exam. You won't go on any technology, nothing at all. You will just be doing your meditation, your journaling, your good habits, not the exercise, because that will reduce your brain power, which I'll get onto later. But do not use technology or your phone like in the run up to an exam. When you wake up before an exam, don't use your phone. Just don't do it, because you'll end up scrolling and this reduces your brain power, like your brain points. Like when you wake up with 100% brain power, and every time you scroll and look up stuff on the internet, it kind of slowly decreases. But if you do your meditation, your journaling, your good breakfasts, then your brain power is going to stay really high, so that when you do the exam, your brain power is as high as it possibly can be, and all the other candidates that are in the room doing the exam with you, they're not gonna have an 100% brain power to do well in the test, because the lower your brain power is, the less optimal it becomes, and you will absolutely mog everyone else that's in the exam room just by doing good habits. Because let's be honest, no matter how much you revise, if you party and do drugs, drink alcohol 3 times a week, then your revision is basically for nothing. So that's about it. Just continue good habits, and the main one that you probably didn't know already is to do with the whole phones. Don't use your phone technology before, the morning before your exam, and try get off it the night before. Do a sort of relaxation routine in the hour before you normally go to sleep, and that will probably help you get a fantastic sleep before the exam. I recommend 9 to 10 hours, with maybe 9 hours and an hour of relaxation, sleep hygiene routine beforehand, and you will absolutely mog everyone else in the exam. I promise you. And if you don't, then tell me if you didn't, and I will try to, redo this whole video thing with maybe some other added tips or stuff. But if you need help with doing all this, my coaching calls are in the link in the description, and subscribe to this community of young men who are insanely ambitious and want to live a natural, healthy lifestyle. And good luck.